Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to repair a worn gear selector knob, essentially, where the chrome has peeled away from the plastic underneath. It's quite a common thing you see on modern cars, just where they cheapen up the components, build them from plastic and then add a film over the top of it. It can be caused by sort of jewellery and probably the sunshine as well, because it's sitting in the bright sun. Before we go any further, if I could just ask you to subscribe to the channel. 93% of you currently aren't subscribed, so it would really help me to make more videos if you could just hit that subscribe button. So the first thing we need to do is to just remove the selector so that we can work on this. So in this car, I believe you just turn the lever there we go. So just screwed on, so that's all removed now. This just means I can work on it inside rather than inside the car. So let's head on inside and start the repair. So the first thing we've got to do is just use a bit of masking tape and mask off all of the leather around the chrome bit so that it doesn't get damaged in restoring this. So that's all masked off. What I'm going to do now is just use some fine wet and dry sandpaper to just sand this area here. As you can see, there's some sharp edges around there, and I don't want that to show up in the new covering. So as you can see, I've just sanded this down. Not gone too crazy on it because I don't want to rub off the gear selector pattern. The more I rub it, the smaller the shallower these indents are going to be. But now when running my finger across these edges, I can't feel the edges anymore, so I'm going to attempt to wrap this with a chrome wrap, and we'll see how that gets on. So where we are so far, this is my third attempt wrapping the gear knob, and to start off with, I wasn't using enough wrap, and what you need to be doing is basically heating up this bit here and then literally pulling and stretching it until all of these creases are on the area that's not going to be used on the gear knob. So overall, possibly got one little crease there. Overall, I think we've got them all out. Rest of it looks like a mess, but obviously that will need to be cut off. And what I've been doing is I've been using a heat gun like this. The reason being that the heat gun I can direct very specifically and not for very long. I mean, literally seconds is all I'm using to heat it up and then to put it off. So next thing I need to do is get these areas sort of tucked in and the excess cut off. So I've had a trim round, removed the excess off, and the next thing is just to tuck this film down in between the leather. Going to use this this tool here just to push that down in, and then once all that's in, we'll remove the film. So what I've done is just use this pick just to push these bits down in between, and overall I'm happy with how that is looking at the moment. The next thing is just to remove, there is like a protective film over this chrome, so I'm going to get that film peeled off and we'll see what it looks like. So this is the gear knob reinstalled. As you can see, Looks better now. We haven't got that missing patch on it. Not 100% happy with how the pattern hasn't shown through. You can still see the gear selector pattern there. It's not quite as good as it used to be, but it's an improvement. It's definitely not scraping my hands every time I change gear. So I hope this has been useful. If you could like and subscribe, it will help me to make more videos just like this.